Today, I'm on another collagen rampage, and it's with fresh pork trotter or pig's feet. Juga or pig's feet has so much collagen. Just look at this soup post overnight in the fridge. I don't make this soup often because some people are, especially my kids, turned off a little bit by seeing the pig's feet. But now that they're older, it's getting better. And I don't show them. I just have them drink the soup and all is well. So, chicken feet contains about 13 to 18 grams of collagen per 100 grams of feet. Pig's trotter contains a whopping 20 to 25 grams of collagen protein per 100 grams of trotter. This is because pig trotter contains a lot more skin, thick skin to be exact, connective tissues, and joints. It does take longer to soften and allow the collagen to dissolve out into the soup though, which is why using a thermal pot can be both efficient and effective use of energy and time. Alright, let's talk about soup design. The first thing to consider is your body condition. Overall, I'm in good health and feeling balanced right now. The second thing to consider then is weather. Right now, it's pretty warm and somewhat humid, which is standard for spring in Toronto. This means a soup that is slightly cooling and dispelling humidity and water from the body is my target. Pork is the choice of the cooler meat, and melons, roots, and corn are all good choices to be paired with the herbal base of beans, nuts, or barley, which are ideal for dispelling water from the body. You can also use any type of beans, such as red, white, yellow, black, or green beans, to cool the body and act as a diuretic agent, which makes you pee more to help get rid of the dampness. For my soup today, I'm using barley, peanuts, dried Chinese yam, and dried shiitake mushrooms as the herbal base. This pairs wonderfully with more earthy flavors like lotus roots and corn. You can also use arrowroots or chayotes as well. I will also add 500 grams of fresh pork shank for added protein and flavor. The simplest way to prepare pork trotter is to blanch it in boiling water with ginger. I've put it directly into cold water to allow for the blood and water soluble parts to seep out into the water. This is the difference between blanching in cold water versus hot water, and both work, so it's really chef's choice. You can watch this video where I actually talk about blanching in either cold water or hot water and what the outcomes are. At this point, I will also start boiling my soup water with 4 liters of water. Once the blanching water is boiling, I will thoroughly rinse and clean the bones multiple times under cool water until the water runs relatively clean. You can then add this directly to your soup water once it boils. For the fresh lotus roots, I will peel them as whole pieces as it's easier to hold. The freshest lotus roots are usually very crispy, firm to touch, and are light brown in color. Be sure to wash them thoroughly as lotus roots grow underwater in soil, so they often do have quite a bit of dirt on them. The ones that I bought at the supermarket are a little bit older, but I do cut off the parts that aren't too fresh. I like slicing them in round pieces like this, cutting off the ends. And same with the corn. I will quarter them into round pieces, but cut them any way you'd like and any thickness you'd like. It's your soup. As your soup water boils, you can add all the ingredients together. This is the best thing about these simpler Chinese soups. You just drop everything into the soup pot, cover, and let heat do its magic. Cover and allow that to boil on medium heat for 30 minutes. I will then reduce heat to medium for another 30 minutes before putting it into my thermal pot to allow that to cook for the rest of the day, which is actually a few hours. This will really allow the pig trotters to soften and all those flavors to blend together. Reboil on high heat right before service, serve and enjoy. This soup eats like a meal. The lotus roots are still crunchy and flavorful. The pork shank tastes amazing, served with soy sauce as it's stringy and falling apart. The pork feet is equally yummy, soft, and falling off the bone. I actually used the softened pork trotter as a dish in my hot pot dinner the day after. It was perfect. And now, the magical proof of our collagen content. I like reserving some soup in a bowl for the day after since I usually do make too much. And look, anti-gravity soup. You can either reheat in a pot or in the microwave the day after and continue to enjoy your delicious collagen soup. You can find the full recipe on the blog and other collagen soups in my collection. Happy soup making, and I'll see you next time.